When you need to troubleshoot frame rate issues in Pixera, chances are you've come across the shortcut Control-9. This brings up on-screen statistics, which are super useful for checking things like frame rate drops, incomplete frames, and sync across multiple outputs. Only thing is, you might not want to do this if a client just walked in and you're actively troubleshooting something. If the room isn't a safe space and you need to keep working, but you don't want to dox yourself, there are two more ways we can see dropped frame counters. The first method will show you drop frames one output at a time. Go to Mapping, the Live tab, select the machine you want to see dropped frames on, and in Properties at the bottom right, change the Performance dropdown to an Output dropdown. This is easy to get to, but what if you'd prefer to see all your outputs at once? We can also use the monitoring in the Web UI to look at what's happening to dropped frames across all outputs. Go to the Settings cogwheel, Help, twirl down System Info, launch Web UI. The Web UI is going to pop up in whatever your default browser is, with hopefully not a ton of errors, but for reference, all your errors are also being logged here. Hit the monitoring button, and in the search bar, type drop. What you're seeing here is all of your active outputs. The IP address is the IP I've told Pixera to use in Discovery tab and Settings. In systems with multiple machines, that'll be important in identifying which servers are having problems. Click on Outputs, and they'll be added to the graph on the right. You can cycle through colors so you can color code whole machines. We're just going to do RGB to make this easy to see. And this looks good. All of my outputs are dropping 0 frames. Dropped frames look like spikes on the graph. I'm going to turn on a blur effect so we can see some spikes. Blurs tend to be performance intensive and reliably result in dropped frames when I'm working on my laptop. The last thing I want to show is what this graph might look like if outputs are not in sync. If you're on a machine with an NVIDIA Pro Sync card, and that's the new name for the Quadros, you're going to want to make sure all your outputs are frame locked. In on-screen statistics, that's easy to see because the moving line on the screen won't move as a single line and it breaks. In graph monitoring, it looks like this. If all of your outputs are doing this, check your frame lock settings in NVIDIA first before you start troubleshooting something else. Frame lock is your most likely culprit. Good luck and happy programming.